Hello everybody, good evening. Welcome to Office Agenda 247. I hope that all of you are very thrilled to attend the first class, that is the orientation class for the JAIIB May 2025 course, which will be commencing from today with this orientation class. So all of you who are here to know about how we will be proceeding with all the classes, how we will be covering the syllabus, and what all important topics are there, so that you can also prioritize on your own that how you must be revising. Once we are done with the syllabus, then your revision should be there, or you must start revising from the day one only. All such types of queries, all such types of questions will be addressed in this particular session. Fine. So let's wait for more participants to join, and then we will start the orientation class. Let's wait for a minute or so, then we will begin the session. To all the participants, I hope that everything is fine technically. My voice is audible, as well as the screen is clearly visible to all of you. If you have any issue, you can just tell me in the chat section. Okay, so how many of you have already begun the preparation? Let's make it interactive now. Although it's the first class, but interaction must be there, so that as a group we will learn and resolve all the doubts in real time. So how many of you have already begun your preparation? Do let me know. Okay. Fine. I hope that the agenda is clear. Today is the orientation class for IE and IFS, Indian Economy and Indian Financial System. After that, after the orientation class is done, we will be conducting the regular sessions from your module D. Module D will be the first module which we will be covering, and subsequently the other modules will also be taken up. Mansoor Alam, good evening. Very good evening. Fine, so let's get started with the orientation session. First of all, let's know that what is the timeline for this year's, for this particular cycles, that is May 2025 cycles, your JAIIB examination. So JAIIB, as you all know, it is the short form for Junior Associate for IIBF. And one more important thing which I want to reiterate here, that the first exam will be of IE IFS only. You must be very clear in this thing that on 4th of May, your exam will be held. Effectively, we have somewhat around 55 days. Fine. If we leave the time for revision, then effectively you have only 50 days left for the first exam. So we must be very serious while preparing the while preparing for the examination. And along with that, one thing should be always in your mind, that you must revise whatever you are studying. You must revise. Revision will make or break your chances to qualify the JAIIB exam in first attempt. How you should revise, we will be discussing that also. Fine. So first exam, 4th of May is your IE IFS. Then 10th May you will be having PPB. 11th you will be having AFM, and the RBWM exam will be the last exam on 18th of May. This is the timeline which is to be followed, according to which the schedule must be prepared from your end also. We will be delivering the lectures, that goes without saying, but how you are going to revise these things, this timeline must be in your mind always. Okay. Now let's see that what is required when we talk about the JAIIB exam. What all things you should keep in your mind while preparing, because this is your first class. I am assuming that you are a fresher who is just appearing for the JAIIB May 2025 exam, who has just started to prepare for this particular exam. So first thing first, conceptual clarity is a must, whether you talk about IIFS, PPB, AFM or RBWM. It is not like you are just reading or mugging up facts that will help. No. Sometimes data and figures are there which you must cram, but only cramming will help. No, it is not like that. Conceptual clarity must be there for every subject. So that is the first thing which you must keep in your mind. Facts are asked? Yes, many facts are being asked regularly on regular basis, and as you know that 100 marks is the maximum mark for each paper. All these 4 papers will be of 100 marks, and the qualifying mark is 50 mark. Okay, but if you can score, let's suppose 60, or yes, if you can score 60 marks in one exam, and after that the remaining exams you can secure 45 plus marks, that is between 45 to 49, then also you can qualify this exam if the total is 200 marks out of 400. That thing also you must keep in your mind. Okay, the marking scheme also you should be able to understand. Now, what kind of questions are asked? Specifically, when we talk about IE IFS, direct questions are not asked. We have to apply our mind then and there once we see the question. Interpretation is required for the options which are given in the examination. 3 types of questions are asked: 0.5 marker, 1 marker, and 2 marker. Maximum questions you will see of 0.5 marker are easy. Fine, they are very, very doable. Very easily you will be able to do them. The main issue which students have faced in the previous years is from the 2 markers, because statements are very, very huge when we talk about IE and IFS. So huge statements, bulky statements are being asked. You must be in that position to read a lot. Fine, your reading speed must be very, very high so as to at least go through the entire paper. For IE IFS specifically, I can tell you that many students, many deserving candidates were unable to qualify IE IFS exam only because of the slow reading speed. So you must be having a fast reading speed so that at least you go through the entire paper. The silver lining is that there is no negative marking yet. So try to qualify this particular exam, JAIIB May 2025, as soon as possible. That is in May 2025 only, because you never know what IIBF can bring in new, and there are chances that negative marking might be introduced in the upcoming attempts. Okay, so basic structure you must be knowing. Conceptual clarity is must, as I have already told you, plus the interpretation of options along with the reading speed. Your reading speed must be high. Okay, now let's see task in hand. What is the task? What is our task? What is our aim? Our aim is to score more than 50. In fact, you must target more than 60 marks in all these 4 subjects. 60 plus for all these 4 subjects. And when we talk about IE IFS specifically, then you have 45 units. These 45 units should be given importance, equal importance I would say, because you never know what type of question will be asked from various modules. Till May, June 2024, the trend was very simple, that maximum questions in IE IFS were from module D only. Okay, so you were able to play safe till May, June 2024, that okay, I will cover end-to-end module D, and here and there some important concepts from A, B, C module, and I will be qualifying this exam. But what happened in October 2024, IIBF completely shifted the trend, and all the modules, be it module A, B, C or D, all these were given almost equal weightage. So you should not skip any topic. That is not recommended at all. So you must give due respect to all these 45 units, whether you are targeting JAIIB or DBF examination. DBF is for what? The aspiring bankers. Okay, now let's move on to the agenda, that how you should study for IE IFS exam. Many a times, as we have conducted the 3 or 4 batches, they are running right now in the live classes only. So many a times we have encountered one query that how we should approach the learning process. Okay, not about the concepts, because concepts are being covered in the class. After you have attended the class, what you must do. Okay, so here is the scenario which you must follow. 5-step formula I would like to give you. First of all, you must strategize. You must know the important modules, units, and subtopics. This job will be done from our end in the classes. Okay, we will be telling you what all important topics, subtopics, units are there in each and every module. In this particular video also, orientation class also, we will be discussing them briefly. Now from here, the second step, your role will start. That is the expectation from all of you, that you will make notes. You must make notes. Without making notes, you won't be able to revise at the end. So 4th May you are having exam. 5 or 6 days before 4th May, will you be able to complete the 1200 or maybe 1500 pages of PDF? The answer is clear cut, no. That is why I'm emphasizing that the second step should be, it must be the note making process. How you should make notes? Let's see. Once you have attended the class, okay, this is the step 1. Now, if you have time in the same day, then you must revise or go through the PDF in the same day or next day in the morning. You have revision 1 here. Just go through the PDF. Now, once you have read the PDF, after a day or so, try to go through that PDF again. So revision 2, or you can say reading 2 will be there. Now you will be in a position, after you have read the PDF twice, then only you will be in a position to know that what all concepts are there which you are missing. Missing in the sense you are unable to recall once you start revising. So whatever topic, whatever data, whatever figure, whatever you can say examples you are unable to recall after the second revision, you must make notes out of those topics or those areas only. Do not start making notes from the first reading cycle, not after second reading cycle, but after the third reading cycle is over. So that is how you must approach note making. How you should make note, whether with pen or paper or digital format, that's up to you. Then you must practice. See, practice you cannot skip. You have to attend all the mock tests which are provided. You have to attempt all the mock tests, all the quizzes, all the chapter wise quizzes which are there in your course, because let me be very, very clear, this exam you cannot qualify if you are not serious about solving quality MCQs. So practice is a must. Solve the exam relevant MCQs. This is the most important point, that IE IFS, if you will turn the pages of Macmillan book, you will feel that the concepts, the topics are not that difficult. Then why is there, you can say, a very, very, for IIBF examination, if we say for IE IFS, why every year we see that students are unable to qualify? The reason is that IIBF makes the questions tough. Fine, the concepts are easy, they are pretty much doable, but the options, the questions which are there in the actual exam, they are designed towards a tough level. So if you are not solving the MCQs which are given in your practice section, be it your mock test or your this sectional test, then you won't be able to know that how you will eliminate options, how you must increase your reading speed, how you will be interpreting those options. So all these things will come once you start practicing. And practicing will do one more thing, that whatever questions you are getting wrong, supposingly there are, you have solved 20 questions, and from 20 questions you were unable to answer, let's suppose 5 questions. So your wrong questions or the questions which you were unable to solve are 5. Whatever concept is covered here, whatever options are there, you must make notes from these 5 questions as well and add them in your note making process. Okay, so this is how you must make the final notes. Once by reading, second should be after practicing MCQs. Next is learn from the mistakes in mock test, which I have just told you that you must make notes from whatever you have missed in the mock test. Be exam ready. This is also important. So that mindset is very, very important. If you know that IIBF will make certain changes, it will mend its ways in this particular cycle also, then you will be having a very relaxed mindset that yes, I am ready for some unexpected things. And what can be the unexpected things? Questions, the length will be more, the interpretation required is more, or for that matter, certain topics which were earlier not asked, the questions might be from those topics also. Okay, so I hope that this thing is clear, that how you should study for JAIIB exam. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps are very, very clear. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me. Now let's move on to the important topics. For each module, we will see what all important topics are there, and along with that, how you should cover. See, apart from these classes which you will be attending, you need not to refer anything for 2 reasons. One, time is very limited. If you are attending the class for 1 hour, then your main aim should be to attempt the mock tests, to practice. Fine, this is the first reason. Second, the books of IIBF publication, Macmillan publication, although written very, very beautifully, but since the physical books have one shortcoming, that they are not updated. Similar is the case with those IIBF Macmillan publication books also. So updation should be there when you are giving such kind of competitive exam. And updates till which month you must remember? It is December 2024. That is written in your IIBF notification as well, that all those updates till December 2024 will be asked. So do you need to cover the budget? No, not for this cycle. For next cycle, yes, definitely. Fine. So let's see that what all important is there in module A, Indian economic architecture. More or less, when you see those 11 units of module A, you should be able to relate with most of them. Why I am saying them? That most of them you must be able to relate with, because they are journal in nature. Journal in the sense, on daily basis, you are hearing of these issues. You have already read somewhere, or you are just reading them on daily basis, be it in newspapers, websites, or for that matter, watching in the news. So first chapter will be the overview of Indian economy. Structural changes in the Indian economy will be discussed, and the unit 1 is not that important. Okay, let's be very clear. If you see the importance of unit 1, the number of questions which are asked from unit 1 are very, very limited. In the last 4 cycles, the questions asked from unit 1 are not that much. So what all will be covered here? Overview, how the PPP model works, how the GDP of India is faring as compared to the other countries, how Indian economy has fared from 1600s till your COVID era. Then we move on to the important unit of sectors of economy. Here, sunrise sector is very important, along with the other sectors, that is primary, secondary, and tertiary. Quinary and quaternary sectors are also there. So basic funda you must be very clear of every topic. Fine, what is primary sector, what is secondary, what all is included in the services sector. When we talk about the quinary sector, what is the keyword there, quaternary sector means what, all these things you must be very, very clear. Sunrise sector, what is a sunrise sector, how it will impact the Indian economy, and why this is the most important topic, because every year whenever the questions are asked from unit number 2, question from this topic is always there in the exam. Economic planning in India and Niti Aayog. Again, there were 12 5-year plans in total. There were 12 5-year plans in our planning history, but subsequently planning commission was terminated and Niti Aayog was established. What happened, why Niti Aayog, all these things we'll be studying in the unit number 3. Unit 4 is the most important unit if you ask about module A. Why? Because it talks about the PSL, the priority sector lending, and the MSME sectors. So 3 tables, very, very important tables, starting from your RBI guidelines on PSL. Then you have the second important table as the MSME investment and turnover limits. And third one, the Mudra loan. Those limits are very, very important. Along with the recent initiatives like Make in India, Stand Up India, Startup India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, all these things will be covering. So unit number 4, mark this very, very important. When you are revising also, try to start the revision of module A from unit number 4. Unit 5 talks about infrastructure, including health, education, family welfare as your soft infrastructure, and your hard infrastructure will be all those roads, railways, ports, ropeways. All these things will be covered under the hard or physical infrastructure. Not that important, but again the initiatives, 1 or 2 questions can be asked. Then 6th chapter, globalization. You can say only 2 important concepts are there. One, the definition of deglobalization, and second, the restrictive measures. What all restrictive measures are there in the scenario of globalization? See, keep on asking whatever you have whatever doubt you have in your mind, because otherwise it is a one-way delivery only. You must be having certain doubts because this is your first class, so pour it in. Then unit number 7, economic reforms. Again, the potential in this chapter is not that much, but still we can expect a 1 marker here and there. Then comes important topic, or you can say important chapter, that is unit number 8, which will talk about the foreign investment, starting from the FTP policy till FDI, FII, types of FDIs, everything is important here. So you must be very clear with the trends in this particular chapter. So all those trends you must revise, re-revise, because various facts are also there in this particular chapter. International economic organizations, World Bank Group, IMF and WTO. These 3 are important. Plus some regional organizations are also there, regional economic organizations, which you can skip if you have lesser time, but World Bank Group, IMF and WTO are the most important topics when we talk about unit number 9. Climate change and SDGs. This SDGs, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, you must remember each one of them. At least you must remember the, you can say, the feature or the headline of each and every goal. That SDG 1 refers to what, SDG 2, like SDG 4 refers to what? It refers to the education. Then 11th topic, or you can say 11th unit, is the issues facing Indian economy. This chapter you can skip if you have less time, because more or less it is theoretical in nature and no recent initiative has been asked till now from this particular chapter. So with the you can say order of importance, I am also telling you that if you are revising, then where you must focus. Now let's move on to module B. Module B, as you know, it talks about the economic concepts related to banking. Now this particular module is conceptual. In the first module, you won't be able to see more concepts, like 1 or 2 concepts are there, like globalization is there, preventive measures, then some terms related to FDI, what is FDI and so on. But here, all these chapters will have some concepts in them. So order of preparation should also be like this only. First of all, you should start with module D, then go to module B. Then as per your convenience, you can either cover module C or move to module A. That should be the order of your preparation. In this order, you must prepare. Okay, so module B, economic concepts related to banking. And this particular module will tell you all those important things which as a banker you must know. Unit 12 is the first unit of module B, which talks about the fundamental of economics, microeconomics, macroeconomics, how the economics have evolved. Fine, starting from your basics, classical economists, then the division between micro, macro, and the ultimate form, that is types of economies along with the mixed economies. This is also very, very important, what all types of economies are there, and India is which of them, that we will be discussing here. Then supply and demand, again a short chapter, I would say, not that much lengthy, but it carries weightage. Fine, good amount of questions can be asked from this particular chapter. The most important topic being interpreting the changes in price and quantity. Whenever you are talking about demand and supply, just remember these two parameters, price and quantity, because these are the two components of x and y axis whenever we talk about demand and supply curve. Moving on, money supply and inflation. Here money supply, M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, very, very important. And from here you can expect numerical also. Numerical, as in AFM you have some calculations to make. Here the calculations are limited, but the formula you must remember. For inflation, what all measures of inflation are there? Measures of inflation, CPI, WPI, then there are talks for PPI also, and then we have industrial index of industrial production also. Mostly CPI will be asked from measures of inflation. We will see in detail. Now this chapter, unit number 15, is very, very heavy chapter, I would say. Mostly it will cover concepts only. Only the concepts will be covered here. So theories of interest, we will be starting with what is the rate of interest, what do we mean by basically rate of interest, then how the classical economists have interpreted this rate of interest. Then we will move on to Mr. J.M. Keynes, that what is his interpretation, and ultimately we will club these two concepts as your ISLM curve by Hicks and Hansen. So very, very important chapter if you want to learn or study about the theories of rate of interest. Hi Prakash, hello. Fine. Now let's move on to unit number 16th, that is business cycles. Business cycles, it won't take much time of yours. Only characteristics and phases of business cycles is there. So it will hardly take what, 1 hour, maximum 1 hour to read, revise and make notes. So you must identify such types of chapters also in your preparation, that which chapters I should read and they will give me maximum benefit in a limited time frame. Next we have monetary policy, fiscal policy, again a very important chapter. All those topics, all those concepts are very important. You cannot leave any topic here. Similarly, you can say unit number 18 specifically for GDP concepts. You cannot leave any topic here as well. Starting from the national income till the GDP, NNP, all those aggregators are very, very important, and numerical can be asked from this particular topic. So unit number 15, 17, 18, very important, along with unit number 19, where the deficit concepts are important, plus the basic meaning of budget, how a union budget is defined, what all components are there in a union budget. Okay, so this is it for your module B. Next we'll be moving to module C. Now module C, you will find many data points in the sense many full forms will be there, many establishment years will be there, many types of banks will be there, n number of information is floating in the module C, because we have entered into Indian financial architecture. But since all of you mostly are bankers only, some are aspiring bankers, for them also this particular module will be the guiding light, okay, so that you can understand that what actually entails to the banking structure in our country. So we'll start with the Indian financial system, where basics are only provided. So if you know these basics, you can skip this chapter initially. From here, the important chapter starts, that is Indian banking structure. All those types of banks which you might have heard of, starting from LAB, local area banks, RRBs, cooperative banks, then payment banks, SFBs, NBFCs, and most important, the guidelines issued by the Reserve Bank of India, RBI guidelines. Okay. Again, unit number 22, very important, banking laws pertaining to RBI Act and Banking Regulation Act of 1949. These are very important. So you cannot miss these two chapters, 21 and 22. Straightforward chapters are there. Okay. You need not to shell more time to understand these concepts, because all you need to do is mugging up the facts. Then 23rd chapter, again, DFIs, Development Financial Institution. You have to memorize all the features of these DFIs. NABARD, EXIM, SIDB, NHB, and so on. Whatever DFIs are given in the syllabus. Next is important one, that is microfinance institution, MFIs. When we talk about MSMEs, then these institutions become very important. And as you know, that government is very much serious for the MSMEs. Such types of topics automatically will become important. So important schemes or programs like self-help group bank linkage program, joint liability groups, JLGs, and so on, whatever are given there. Mostly only these two institutions, you can say, these two programs, or you can say these two initiatives by Government of India will be asked in the examination. Then we have NBFCs, non-banking financial companies. Here the concept of net owned fund of NBFCs, scale-based, SBR, very important, scale-based regulation, revised regulatory framework for NBFCs. Here what RBI has done, RBI has provided a glide path. Okay, glide path for what? For your NPAs in NBFCs, and along with that, your modifications in the net own fund. So this chapter is also important. Insurance companies is not that important. Along with that, unit number 28, that is reforms and developments in banking sectors. So these 26 unit, 28 unit, and the first unit of module C, you can cover afterwards, after you have completed these institutions. Fine. 27 unit, Indian financial system, the regulators and their role. All the regulators are important. The four major regulators, RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, and your PFRDA, all are very important. So I hope that module C will make more sense to all of you when you start mugging up the data points, because understanding, the conceptual understanding is not that much required. Obviously you have to relate with whatever the government is trying to do with these institutions in our economy, but mostly the questions will be asked from the data points. So make entirely separate notes for such topics. Your notes must be in the form of numbers here, in the form of data points when it comes to module C. Now comes the most important module, module D. Here I won't be recommending you to leave even a single topic, okay, because you never know from where the question will be asked. So entire module D is very important. Financial products and services. The silver lining here is that most of you are already knowing these concepts. Why? Because para banking services is also part of this module D, with which we deal on daily basis. Fine, login day is there, or some scheme you have to implement. Fine. So 29th unit is the first unit of module D, where you will see the financial markets, how they work, and what all types of financial markets exist in our country. Money markets, again, call money, BRDS, LTROs, these LTROs, SLTROs, TLTROs, all these concepts you will be studying here also. In module B also you have studied this. Then government securities, bond valuation theorems, auction of GSECs, then you have primary dealers, FIMDA and RDS. So mostly these you can say institutions or these tools present in money markets have already been used by all of you. Mostly I'm saying, but if you are not aware of these schemes, just try to make sense in the unit number 30. Unit 31 talks about capital markets, stock exchanges. Then you have fixed income markets. 33 is foreign exchange market. Then we have interconnectedness of markets and market dynamics. MBS, a very important chapter, merchant banking services. Derivatives market is again important. So these chapters are not that bulky, but you must cover these chapters end to end. Okay, you should start from page 1 and cover the entire chapter, because small chapters are there. You need not to shell more time, but you cannot ignore any topic here. Same is the case with the units from 37 till 45. So factoring, forfeiting, then trades, trade receivables, discounting systems, lease, financing, hire, purchase, then credit rating, credit scoring, the credit information, all these things will be there. Mutual funds, insurance products, pension products, para banking financial services. These will be what? All these. Starting from unit 41 till 44, para banking services only. Fine. Lastly, you will see two types of investment trusts, one real estate and the another one being the infrastructure investment trust. Okay. So this was a basic overview from my side. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me, because now it's your turn to ask the doubts, any kind of doubt related to the preparation, how we are going to help you, how you should revise. Any doubt you have, you can just ask me. Let me see the doubts on YT also. Okay. Fine. So any doubt, guys, just ask me. Prakash, ma'am will be taking module C and D. I'll be taking up module A and B. And mostly, yes, one more thing I want to tell you, that the recordings will be there. Module D, C, A and B. this will be the order of completion. Right now, module D, ma'am will be taking from most probably Tuesday. Most probably from Tuesday, she will be taking up the classes. Module C, as far as I know, it will be in the recorded format for your batch, that is selection batch. And module A, I'll be taking up live. And similarly, module B will be the recorded format for your selection batch. Prakash, no. This D and C, ma'am will be taking, because right now she is conducting the classes. Already, the classes are going on in various batches. Vision batch, then you have increment batch, and one more batch is there. So all those classes are already aligned. Okay, Prakash. So how are you planning? I think that we have already completed module A and B together. Prakash, tell me if I'm not wrong. So have you started preparing notes? Or are you revising, solving MCQs? How are you approaching right now? Revised. Okay. Good. So module A, B, you have revised? Yes. Good to know. Keep on revising, because revision will ultimately help you to qualify this exam. And it is very important to be serious right now for the preparation. Only 50 odd days are left. Any other doubt, Prakash? Any other doubt from other participants? Just ask me, because this time is from our side for you guys. Should ask all the doubts. Any doubts? How many of you have already begun the preparation? Recording scene. Okay. Jata Shankar Sharma, fine. That is also good, because see, recordings will help you. For your batch, the important thing will be recording. Okay. Some of you might feel that recording won't be helping you that much as compared to the live classes, but trust me, if you want to cover speedily, then recordings will also help you. And the interaction will be there in at least two modules, module D and A. Batch timing, Krishna, the batch timing will be from 9 to 10 p.m. Okay, the batch timing will be 9 to 10 p.m. This is the batch timing. Fine. Once a particular module is over, let's suppose module D is over, after that, if we feel that multiple classes are required, then we can change this time so that our syllabus is covered. Fine. Syllabus coverage is the prime motive here. So chances are there that in the morning also you might get some class along with the evening class. Okay. What time will be the class and how long? Arathi Sivadas, the class will be for 1 hour. Fine. The official duration is 1 hour. But if there are doubts, then we can stretch the class as well. There is no issue in that. So normally the classes go beyond 1 hour. Fine. So have you guys started revision, or you have just begun the preparation? Do let me know. Do you have the IIBF book with you? Are you studying from the book as well? Just started. Okay. So since mostly I am interacting with many of you, so most of you have just started, so only one focus should be there to attend the classes, attend the class, be it the recordings or the live session. Attend your class regularly. This regularity will help you immensely. After you have attended the class, seen the recordings, do go through the PDF which is provided on the portal and do two readings, reading 1 and then reading 2. After you are done with these two readings, now you must make the notes. Notes will be made after you are done with the two readings. And what all should be included in the notes? The important things, the important topics, whatever you have missed or you think that you are unable to recall even after revising twice. Now, once you have made notes, on weekly basis, I would recommend you must solve MCQs on weekly basis, at least on weekly basis. If you can do it daily, that will be wonderful. But on weekly basis, you must solve MCQs. And whatever concepts you think that you are unable to answer in these mock tests, make note out of that also. So keep on adding the mistakes from your mock tests in your notes, so that on the last day of you can say your preparation, that is 3rd May, you'll be able to revise quickly from the final notes. Okay, fine. So any other doubt, just ask me. Okay, not an issue, Pratik. If you have not started, it won't be an issue. You have joined this batch and definitely we will help you out. How you should prepare, how you should prioritize, everything will be done at our end. But what you must do are these two things: revision along with note making. These two things you must do, and afterwards, once you are done with these notes, then solve MCQs. Any doubt from these MCQs, you can ask us on the WhatsApp or the Telegram group which we will be creating. Okay, you can ask your doubts there also. So that is also an advantage to all of you who have joined the course. Okay, so just attend the class, read the PDF twice, then make notes and start solving questions. After solving the questions, update your notes. That's it. Pratik, you have to do this much. Fine. Any other doubt? Any other query? Whatever you want to ask. Fine. So if there is no other query, let's conclude the session. The class will begin from Tuesday. Okay. Module D will be taken up by Aman ma'am, and she will be continuing with the concepts. Okay. So we'll meet soon on Tuesday. Till then, goodbye. Take care.